Yes! It's time for the Flash. Hey YouTube, Legal G. So, looks like we've come to another season finale of another end of a season for the Flash. Last week, Zoom killed Henry Allen right in front of Barry in an attempt to try to make him darker and to make him more like himself, because misery loves company, right? And also, Wally found out that Barry is the Flash, and there can be a few ways he can handle this. I'm kind of expecting that he's going to go the stereotypical route, which is that he becomes upset that, Barry, and not only just Barry, but the Wests have kept this from him, and he will probably get angry, and there's a possibility he could leave the Wests because he's so upset at them for keeping this secret from him. And that's generally where a lot of TV shows go when it comes to stuff like that. There was a show I just saw where they did it differently, and that was a relief. But that's generally what happens. And Wally's kind of had a history, I guess is the best way to put it. So, of being a bit angsty. So there's a very strong possibility he could do that. He could just get completely upset and leave the West, especially now that this is the season finale. It could end with him just leaving, and then I still think he's good. I still think him and Jesse are going to discover their powers at some point during this episode, or discover some kind of hint that they have a power at the end of the episode. Anything else? Where we should be able to finally find out who the Man in the Mask is, who I've already mentioned, I believe, is the real Jay Garrick, who is Henry Allen from Earth 2. So that would be interesting. It would be great to have John Shipp as a Flash again. It would be absolutely awesome, and he's got the right look for it. He does look like he would be a Jay Garrick, and that would be something I would look forward to. And that might give Barry some kind of a little bit of peace in that direction, because if you remember when he went over to Earth 2, and Joe got killed, the Joe of Earth 2 got killed, he got extremely guilty. Partially because, they were looking for him when he got killed, but also because it was Joe. Joe's like his father figure. So there's a possibility, if that is the case, that could give Barry some kind of peace. Excuse me, it's 9 a.m. And let's see, anything else? So Iron Mask, Wally and his speed. Wally knows the Flash. I don't know how Barry's going to handle his dad's death, because he has been in this very zen place, this very just kind of zen place ever since his he came back from the Speed Force. So, is he still going to be in that zen place, or is this going to kind of make him snap a little bit? Also, of course, the Earth 2 is going to, is going to become destroyed, and stop doing that. Earth 2 is going to be destroyed according to Cisco's vision, and I don't know. I suspect that might be from the universe breaches. But yeah. Alright, so let's get to it. Flash reaction starts now.
My name is Jay Garrick. Where I came from, I was a speedster like you. Before I arrived on your Earth, I was in a fight with a man named Zoom. He will do whatever it takes to ensure he's the only speedster.
I think that's real. I think Jay Garrick did get in a fight with Zoom, but Zoom won. And Zoom won, like you said. It's just not... He's just not Jay Garrick. Oh, shoot. Wow, they ended it right after, or they started this right after the ending of the last episode. Whoa! Wait, what? Whoa, Barry got so much faster. He wants it, Barry.
Let me do it for you.
What?
So close, Barry.
Wait.
Another time, Brenda. You see, Barry, there could be two of you. You just have to be willing to kill yourself. Yeah. You're almost ready.
Wait, what? What?
And comfort us today
What?
with the word of your...
Got the Kermit thing going on.
I had no idea that you were the Flash. What you did for me, all the things that you've done for everyone, this whole city,
Holy crap.
this with your dad and Zoom. I'm so sorry. Thanks, Wally. If there's anything you need, you just say the word.
He's taking it in stride? I love it. He took it in stride.
Guys, Zoom's still out there.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
We need to come up with a plan.
Almost ready for what?
Exactly.
Yup, classic psychopath. Why can't they ever just say what they want to do? I'm supposed to figure out
Right?
why I keep driving Earth 2 being ripped to shreds.
Seriously?
It's like I'm watching Transformers in 4D, but like 10 times more realistic. And with much better acting.
Oh my god.
If you combine the future, we need to stop it before that happens.
I gotta give Wally credit. He understood. That's awesome. That's great. That's what should have happened. Because he kept secrets too.
Finally at the place I can move on. My father's taken from me.
Wow. That was messed up.
How am I ever supposed to?
But now he was going to measure it by counting the number of Earths he conquered instead.
He doesn't want to just destroy Earth 2. He wants to take out every other planet in the multiverse.
How many are there?
Infinite.
There we go.
Can you do that?
If he can create a breach to Earth 2 all on his own,
He can get to all of them. One pulse to destroy them all. I guess I don't have a
Really?
choice.
Another geek reference.
All I have to do is beat up Joe. That saves the multiverse. This whole city, all of you. I won't let another person I love die when I can prevent it.
This is a tough decision.
This isn't just about racing Zoom, is it? You want to kill this guy?
Of course I want to kill him, Joe. I want to do a hell of a lot more than just kill him. I want him to suffer for everything that he's done. And he's going to.
Come on, Bear.
Yeah.
Think about what you're saying.
I have to be willing to do whatever it takes. I'm sorry, but I'm racing him whether you want me to or not.
And I can't talk you out of it.
Not this time.
Then I'm sorry, too.
No, no! Team Double Dads. Wow. They put him in one of their rubber rooms.
Did we make the right call here?
Yeah, we did.
Wow. Message.
Disarm the Magnetar. Destroy the Magnetar. Save the multiverse.
One more thing. We need to agree. We all.
Is that a Heroes
together,
reference?
So, if any.
Guess I've been thinking about it a lot lately. You know, I see the way you are with everyone here. Caitlin and Cisco, Iris and Joe, Barry. Especially Barry. I care about these people.
Is this a goodbye speech?
You know, but my...
Is that Joe? No!
Wait, you tried to stop Zoom alone?
Long story.
Dad, he's not gonna take well.
I already lost my mom. If that.
Uh-oh. He's another Barry. Oh, so, is this how we find out?
I will say. So I decided to be the hero too. I even borrowed his name. Jay Garrick.
I called it! He said reality!
You know what's gonna be great, detective? After I beat Barry in the race and prove that I'm the fastest man alive on any earth, he's gonna rot in a cage just like the one Jay's in now.
I called it. He's the real Jay Garrett.
True world.
Well, he's gonna let him out, isn't he? Yep.
Cisco, my dad was just killed in front of me. Do you have any idea how that feels?
Watching someone you love die? Yes, I do.
That's a good point.
Barry,
Cisco did watch his brother get killed,
and angry,
even though it wasn't his brother. And she, yeah.
You were the one who kept me in check. You told me to stop and take a breath, and that's all we're telling you to do now.
This is not looking good.
Which one's Barry?
Both of them. He made a time limit.
Nice. Oh, the time wraiths. Wow.
Every day, but I needed a way to draw the time wraiths out of the Speed Force, hoping they'd be more upset at what Zoom had done than they'd be at me.
Is that what I look like when I start talking about science?
Pretty much.
It'd be easier to understand.
How does that even work?
I don't know what she's more annoying. Being in that thing, or listening to you two arguing about it.
I knew it. What did I say? What did I say? I called it.
I'm Jay Garrick.
Jay Garrick.
What?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Called it. Called it.
That's all him.
He said it was his father during war.
Ironically, on our Earth, this helmet stood for hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I can continue to sin. Take something from him for a change. Make him my own.
Jigger! Jigger! Yes!
Thank you. All of you for
Seeing him, knowing that he's out there, that should have made it easier. Doesn't.
Hmm.
Just made me miss him even more.
Oh, I didn't expect
Can you
that.
imagine how hard that must have been?
I wish that I was in a place where I could try that with you.
Oh, no!
I feel so hollowed out inside right now.
Ah!
I feel more broken than I've ever felt in my life. I'm never gonna be worth anything to you. I need to fix what's wrong with me. I need to find some peace.
I had a feeling something like that was going to happen.
That's why I'm so sorry. But I have to do this.
Is he going to go and change the past?
You're not gonna kill her this time. You're not gonna kill her ever again.
No.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you. Okay? I'm not gonna hurt you. You're safe. You're safe now.
Okay, yeah, that was a bad idea. Huh. So that was the season finale. Apparently, I guess Barry couldn't take the grief enough and decided to wipe the whole thing clean. Which means that apparently what's going to happen is we are going to have a Flashpoint paradox at the beginning of season 3. We're going to start season 3 with the Flashpoint paradox. Because so I have a general idea of where this season's going to go. Which is that Flash, not this season, sorry, next season, where next season's going to go, which is that Flash is not going to have, he's going to return to the present, find out that he doesn't have powers, and then some big bad will appear, and he's changed the universe so drastic, or he's changed everything so drastically that he's going to need to recreate his powers again. And he's going to have to go, we're going to have to end next season with him going back and changing his, letting his mom die again. Because essentially the whole reason he has his powers is because he has the powers that he has is because of his mom's death. So this is Yeah, he went kind of Spider-Man there. Um, so yeah, that's, I don't know how else to. Yeah, so we're essentially gonna have the season 3 is gonna be the Flashpoint paradox. Now, in the original Flashpoint paradox, and I think we had an idea that this was coming. No, it was Infinite Crisis. That's what it was. We thought that Infinite. A lot of people were speculating that Infinite Crisis is what was going to happen. However, we went straight to Flashpoint. So, yeah, yeah. So that's going to be yeah, that's going to be something. Now, the difference between the show and the comic with the Flashpoint paradox, or the movie, if you saw the movie, is that the Flashpoint paradox involves all the heroes on a major scale. Now, here's the thing. In this universe, or in this in this you know what though? The Flashpoint paradox could make the next season's Legends of Tomorrow very interesting, and that could be where the JSA comes in. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think. If they truly, if the writers for Legends of Tomorrow are really paying attention, that can make it could really make next season's Legends of Tomorrow very interesting. Uh, there's a possibility that it could make Arrow go crazy too. Uh, yeah, yeah. There's a very strong possibility that it could have widespread um, effects, including something that will affect the Arrowverse. Um, so there's a possibility that things would just go crazy during for Arrow next season, which would at the very least give Arrow an extra season. And the writers could just go crazy off of that because, you know, Barry's gonna have to retcon the end of season 3 anyway. Um,
Barry! Stop! You'll kill everyone! Barry! Stop! You have to stop! Who the hell? Get away!
Mom, I'm so sorry.
yeah, it can make next it can make the it can make everything really interesting. for next season. All of the DC shows. So, oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. So anyway, the with the Flashpoint paradox, all it involves all of the major heroes. Now the problem is that in the Flareverse, the major heroes from the comics don't exist, or they don't exist or we haven't seen them. Batman possibly exists because there's been a mention in Arrow. There's been hints of Harley Quinn, and Oliver did say that the hero name Oracle was taken. So there's a very strong possibility that Batman is working. And I think there was a mention of Nightwing. There might have been a mention of Nightwing in Arrow. Or not a mention, but a hint. There might have been a hint of Nightwing. So Batman possibly exists. There is no Superman. Who else was in the? There is no Aquaman. There is no Wonder Woman. Who else was a major player during the Flashpoint paradox? I think that was mainly it. Yeah, I think that was mainly it. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman were the major players in the Flashpoint paradox. And obviously in the Flareverse, and obviously Flash. Flash didn't exist, so Barry Allen existed, but there was no Flash. So that would definitely make an interesting Flashpoint paradox. Yeah. So I mean, because we don't have any of those major players from the DC universe, it could play out very, very differently. Or not could, it would play out very, very differently. Because in the Flashpoint paradox, you had Superman, Superman was this emaciated. I mentioned this in a previous video. Superman was an emaciated teenager who had been held captive by Cadmus. I want to say it's Cadmus. Cadmus was holding him captive for a very long time. And there was no Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne had died. In the DC universe we know, Bruce Wayne's parents were killed by the robber. In the Flashpoint paradox universe, it was Bruce Wayne who was killed in the attack, in the robbery, and his parents lived. His mother went crazy. Martha Wayne went crazy and became the Joker, and Thomas Wayne went crazy and became Batman. So, and he'd kill everybody. Like, he killed everybody. And then Wonder Woman and Aquaman were at war for whatever reason. So Aquaman was trying to take the seas. He was using the seas to take control of Earth, and Wonder Woman was fighting on land and trying to kill Aquaman. However, it wasn't even really their fault that they were at war. Like their lieutenants, Aquaman's and Wonder Woman's lieutenants, oddly enough, had conspired to keep both of them at war for whatever reason. I forget the reason why. Like, they just didn't like each other or something. But weirdly enough, they conspired to keep both sides at war, and it ended up basically destroying the world. And yeah. Huh. Yeah, I'm just really curious how they're gonna do this. This is like Brand New Day with Spider-Man, where it basically reset the entire Marvel universe. Because before Brand New Day there was the Civil War, the one that the movies just replicated, from the original comic, which was Captain America versus Iron Man and their crews against the Superhero Registration Act, which forced superheroes to register, which they kind of glossed over in Captain America. But if you watch the following Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode, they actually explain it that yes, it is a Superhero Registration Act. Everyone with abilities is supposed to register with the government, and so that came out in the comics, and Brand New Day with Spider-Man completely reset that, because after the events of Civil War, during the events of Civil War, Spider-Man went public, and then Aunt May, and so his enemies came after him, and Spider-Man, and so Spider-Man went into hiding, and Aunt May got killed by a sniper or something like that. And so Mephisto, who's basically the devil of the Marvel Universe, told Spider-Man, "Hey, look, I'll give you your aunt back I'll give you your aunt back, but you will never have been married to Mary Jane." And Peter agreed because he wanted his Aunt May back. And so that completely reset the entire Marvel Universe. So that's essentially what Flashpoint does. It's going to reset the entire Flareverse. So I would hope that there's going to be we'll see some kind of changes on Arrow. Not necessarily next episode, but next season. Maybe they'll end it with this season, like they'll defeat Damien Dark, or I can't see how they would defeat Damien Dark. Maybe this is how they defeat Damien Dark, is that they don't defeat him. Flash actually ends up resetting the Flareverse, so that would actually be pretty cool, and that would explain how the JSA came about and all that stuff. So with Legends of Tomorrow, when I guess that guy was Our Man, Rex Tyler. I think that's an Our Man. So yeah, that's all I really want to see. I just want to see that I just want to see if there's some kind of shift. Like there's some kind of it actually affects the universe, the other parts of the world, like it's supposed to. They're supposed to take place on the same universe. But yeah. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think that this means for Flash, or even the other shows in the Flareverse, Flash, like Arrow and Legends? Like, what do you think this is going to affect those at all? What do you expect is going to happen for the next season of Flash? How do you guys feel about the episode? It was I thought he was just going to go back and change his dad's death. And this is just, in my opinion, this is just nothing but bad. This is just a bad idea. So I don't know how I feel about the episode. I guess I'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, I will see you guys around. Later. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I totally forgot about it. I forgot to. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. So, I was quite happy with the fact that I called it. Henry Allen was Jay Garrick, but not Henry Allen. It wasn't Henry Allen of Earth 2. It was. I don't want to say Earth 3 because of since Barry went to Supergirl's universe, and I'm still disappointed they never mentioned that. At no point was that ever mentioned. I'm so disappointed. So like you build up this whole. That's the one thing I was disappointed. The one really big thing I was disappointed about with this season. You have this big ad campaign. You have this big event, and this big crossover event, and it turns out to have like this little minuscule effect on the Flareverse, and yeah, I don't expect Barry to come back like a fully changed man or something, but I would have liked some kind of mention of it or something. Like yeah, I can understand the time difference where he goes through and like seconds and not even seconds later he's back, and all it is shh, I'm back, am I back, I'm back, how long has it been, and then like even I would have liked to have seen that if when Jay said I think you would call it Earth 3. I wish Barry would have said no, Earth 4. I've already been to Earth 3. So, like, some kind of mention of it. Just some kind of mention. Like, yeah, it's... That's the one thing that disappointed me for this season. All that... And it was a good episode, too. It's not like something that should be forgotten. The Supergirl Flash crossover was an awesome episode. Oh, man. And then it was just forgotten. Like... Also... yeah, I was excited that they made John Shipp a Flash. So when Hunter Zolomon started talking, and he started talking about, I went to this universe and I found this guy, and I started thinking, wait a second, are they gonna pull out the old Flash and like say like he was actually the Flash or something, and and reference the '90s series, because they did show that universe when Barry was running between Earth 1 and Earth 2, and so I was kind of expecting him to go, oh yeah, so I found this guy and he was a Flash and but I realized it was Jay when he said, and then I took his name, Jay. So I was like, oh, okay, so he is a J. All right, that's fine then. Either way, I would have been glad, but I was pretty positive that that John Shipp was going to be another speedster, and it was good to see him in a nice brand new uniform and not the. I think that was the one thing I didn't really like about the '90s Flash was the uniform. The uniform just wasn't all that good. It was a little cheesy, and it doesn't reflect how good the show is. Don't let the cheesy suit fool you. It's actually a really good show. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Yeah, so, peace out.